What's up everyone, my name is Mike and welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be talking about the Disney Duos Golden Moments drop that's coming out here. We've got multiple characters, multiple collectibles in this first ever Golden Moments drop where we're seeing more than just 2 collectibles in this single drop here, so this is really exciting, and it's got the community a little bit divided, which we see a lot more and more of these days with VeVe. I'd love to know your thoughts, your opinion on this. Leave it in the comment section below. Are you excited to get more golden moments, or do you feel like it's enough golden moments for now? I'd love to know your thoughts, your opinions on this, as well as we're going to get into my price prediction game plan for this. Let's get into this. So if you've been following along to this channel, you've known that I actually sold almost all of my collectibles if you watched the last episode here. And I explained the reasoning why I sold all of my collectibles, and it actually worked out really well leading up to this drop, being that we got such an amazing gem squeeze. For me to take advantage of that, I was able to sell at a higher point, get in at a lower point of collectibles, and to be able to save up some gems to prepare for more drops. This saved me from having to add more gems into my wallet. I was maxed out with the amount that I was willing to put into VeVe for now. So this move, though risky, allowed me to go for this drop and many more drops that I've got in the future. And getting more golden moments is always exciting, so I'm happy that I'm able to actually go for this drop after this move. Even if I wasn't, I probably would have put more gems into this platform to go for a Disney Golden Moments drop. And to be honest, no matter how you feel about more golden moments coming into the platform, my thought process on this is that it allows more people to put more gems into the platform, which is good for collectibles as a whole. We actually saw this with the last Golden Moments drop, the Daisy and Donald Duck. A lot of gems were brought onto the platform still, even though that was the second series of Golden Moments, the Valentine's Day special. But it brings in a lot of gems compared to any other drops, even when compared to the latest Pixar drop. We still saw more gems being brought into the platform around the time frame of that February 14th Valentine's Day drop. And I'm sure we're going to see the same thing, which is good for VeVe as a whole, as well as the collectible market on VeVe as a whole. Now you could say that this devalues golden moments, seeing more and more golden moments pop up, but I think in the long term we're not going to see that, and just the initial series of the golden moments is only going to get more and more valuable with this. So let's talk about the different collectibles that are coming on this drop. First things first, these are all first appearances of these characters, and we're going to start with Timon and Pumbaa being the one that we saw in the announcement, the one we were all excited for, being a common at 13,333 editions, followed by also Winnie the Pooh and Piglet, and this is going to be a popular one, being also a common at 13,333 editions. We've got Cogsworth and Lumiere being the uncommon in this series at 10,333 editions. We've got Flounder and Sebastian being the rare in this series at 8,333 editions. And we've got Chip and Dale being the ultra rare at 6,333 editions. Now they're definitely sticking with the theme of the more popular characters being those commons, and I feel like the more rare these characters become, the less popular those characters are. Now that's just my opinion on this, and you don't have to agree with that, but that's what we typically see with the drops on VeVe. The commons being the more editions and the most popular characters allows for the supply of those to keep up a little bit more with the demand in that. And with the last Pixar drop, we actually see Woody being the most expensive on the aftermarket with this, even though Woody was the common. And I'm going to follow that trend with my price predictions for these collectibles because I think it's really interesting. These are just my thoughts, my price predictions, and I'm going to preface this by always saying that these are short-term price predictions because nobody knows what's going to happen long-term with VeVe, and these short-term price predictions are hours, days, or maybe even up to a week after the drop. This allows time in those hours after the drop for the market to settle and to get to a point where we're not seeing a major fluctuation in list prices at that floor. And then even up to a week where we might experience a gem squeeze, bringing them down a little like we saw with Woody. So this is what I'm talking about when I say a short-term price prediction. It's a very short-term price prediction, and all this allows you to do is to decide whether or not you're willing to part with this many gems for that collectible. If it's above this price prediction or the price prediction you set, these are just my price predictions. You don't have to follow them. But this allows you to make an informed decision of whether or not you should purchase it when you see it in the aftermarket after the drop without having to FOMO into a collectible and make a fearful purchase. We're going to actually compare these to the previous drop, being that we also saw duos in those golden moments. This being the Daisy and Donald Duck. That was the common of that series at 13,333 editions. And currently it's sitting around a floor price of 600 gems leading up to this gem squeeze that it's experienced. We've got Lady and the Tramp. That was the rare of that series at 7,777 editions, and that's sitting currently at about 450 gems. So being that Timon and Pumbaa and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are probably the most popular characters in this drop, I think they're gonna go for the most in the aftermarket. They have the same amount of editions as Daisy and Donald Duck, and probably just about the same popularity, give or take a little bit here. So with Donald and Daisy Duck having experienced a gem squeeze leading up to this drop, I'm going to price Timon and Pumbaa somewhere around 700 gems and Winnie the Pooh and Piglet at about 750 gems. I think Winnie the Pooh and Piglet has more history and a little bit more involved in the popularity of the two characters, so it'll edge out Timon and Pumbaa just slightly there. I do think though that we will see Donald and Daisy Duck rise quite a bit after this gem squeeze and after this drop, and I think Daisy and Donald Duck will be somewhere around that 700 gem mark as well. So this is where I'm accounting for the gem squeeze that the Daisy and Donald Duck has experienced. Now we got Cogsworth and Lumiere, and I think that they're going to be priced similar to that of Lady and the Tramp. But we also need to account for the 3,000-ish more editions of this golden moment when compared to that Lady and the Tramp moment. So I think we're going to see this around that 400, maybe 450 gem range for these two characters. And then we get to Flounder and Sebastian, and I actually don't know these two characters that much. I'd never seen The Little Mermaid at all, but being that it's the rare in this series and it has 8,333 editions, I'm going to also compare this to the Lady and the Tramp, and it still has a little bit more editions than Lady and the Tramp, so I'm going to price this around 450 to 500 gems. And then finally we've got Chippendale, also two characters that I don't know too much about, but being that it's the ultra rare, it's got the least amount of editions in this drop, and even less editions than that of Lady and the Tramp. I'm going to price this one around 500 gems, maybe 550 at the most. I don't think so though. And you can see with my price predictions, we've got the majority of the valuations with those commons, and the commons I think are going to be the most expensive in the aftermarket with this drop. Again, these are my thoughts, my opinions. You do not have to agree with them at all. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. I'd love to know what you are thinking for this drop, what's your game plan, what's your price prediction, and just your thoughts in general about the golden moments. Please like this video if you found it helpful for whatever reason. That really helps me out with this channel, as well as a subscribe if you want more VeVe content. Thank you so much for watching.